setting up retirement accounts for the solopreneur. I'm Bob DePasquale from Initiate Impact Virtual Family Offices, and today we're talking about how to help the small business owner save for retirement. I get it. I know you work really hard, and the last thing you want to think about is not putting forth that impact work anymore, giving up, or just stop working. It probably will not happen like that, but you will need to save money for later in life. There are 4 things that you need to think about when offering retirement benefits in your company. The first one is financial security of your own. And if you're a solopreneur, you're the only one that's going to take advantage of those benefits right away. But as your business grows, consider the options you are offering people when they come work for you. What a competitive edge to be able to offer retirement benefits to other people. One of the other things that you should think about is peace of mind. I bet your business is worth a lot and you've worked really hard to build it up. But what happens later on in life when you want some diversification? So having some other retirement savings that are in cash and invested in other organizations can help you do that and give you some peace of mind. And also, don't forget about the tax advantages to saving for retirement and setting up the proper accounts. Another great benefit for your people and also for yourself. Now, we don't have time in this video to go into the finer details of every retirement saving option for a solopreneur, but we want to talk about the main ones and highlight some key pros and cons. And the first thing that we'll talk about is the individual 401k. The pros. It is a great tax advantage account with very high contribution limits. You can also make employer and employee contributions. So if you think about it, you're taking advantage of all of those rules there to maximize your savings into the account. And the main benefit here is the option for a Roth account. And this is a little bit different than the traditional. In the Roth account, when you contribute, it's with after-tax dollars. And then it grows, no taxes, but then also when you take the money out, as long as it's a qualified distribution down the line, you'll be able to use that money without the tax burden, which is a little bit different than the other forms or traditionals, because then you put money in there and you get a tax deduction up front. But eventually when you take the money out, you get all this growth and you didn't have to pay taxes. But eventually when you take it out, you have to pay. The cons to this option is that the administrative costs are going to be higher because there's paperwork and things that need to be filed every year. The SEP IRA, or Simplified Employee Pension. This one is great because it also gives you those tax advantage benefits and there's flexible contribution limits. So it enables you to make a decision on how much that you want to contribute. The cons are that it's limited to employer contributions only. So although it's simple to set up, there are some limitations. The third one I'd like to talk about is the Simple IRA, or Savings Incentive Match Plan for employees. The pros here are also the tax advantage benefits, but also that it's simple to set up and the administrative costs are much less than something like the individual 401k. The cons are the lower contribution limits. You just can't put as much into these. And you always want to check the rules on this, talk to your CPA or advisor, and look at the updated rules because they change frequently. I'd like to highlight 5 steps before I let you go here on how to set these up. Number 1, consult an advisor and figure out the proper option for you and your team if you have one. First thing you want to do is go in knowing the best option. Number 2, have a strategy. So you've chosen the option now you want to know what your contribution and saving strategy is with some projections, knowing that things are not guaranteed in any scenario. And the third one is if that advisor can actually set up one of these accounts for you, that's terrific. If not, you'll have to use their advice and go to a provider. Number 4, have a solid routine. And this is pretty easy these days with technology. You can have automatic contributions done electronically where you don't even have to think about it. Now, that doesn't mean you should never think about your account, but the contributions should be consistent. And number 5, you gotta keep up with annual compliance and reporting. Make sure the institution that you establish the account with helps you with that and you don't get behind on your reporting. In conclusion, there are some great options out there for you as a solopreneur and small business owner to save for your own future and to make sure that your family will be taken care of down the road. But then also, these can be great benefits for people as your organization grows. You can attract top talent with great benefits. This is Bob DePasquale from Initiate Impact Virtual Family Offices, wishing you a generous rest of your week.